Well, well, here we are. We are live on YouTube. It is 3 o'clock Eastern time. I hope you've all been doing well. Haven't seen you in a couple weeks. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jer Bear. Today's date is Sunday, October 10th, 2021. Joining me off camera this week is my dad, Amy. She's hiding out in the bedroom. So it's been a couple weeks and there's plenty to talk about. Where do I begin? Well, last week was my mom's birthday. Last Sunday, actually, a week ago today was her birthday, and I had taken her out for a nice breakfast. We went to Birchwood Restaurant, which is a little, mom and pa diner up by Farwell. For those of you familiar with the area around, I'd say M115 because it's on M115, and it's about maybe 3 miles from Farwell village limits. It's a nice little restaurant. I had 3 eggs sunny side up, ham, bacon, sausage links, hash browns, toast, and mom had a farmer's omelet. And it was nice. We laughed, we cried a little bit. It was a great day. We spent the entire day together, and it was great. So that's one thing that I remember from this past week. Dad, how about you? How have you been? Okay. Figured this week I drink some antifreeze. No, it's not antifreeze. It's Hawaiian punch.
Going back and forth for days, and that.
Yeah.
But they had a good time where they went.
Yeah, my brother was way up north. Dad got another vehicle. I don't remember if I mentioned that a couple weeks ago but Dad got it's a Chevy Silverado, 2000 Chevy Silverado. It's a Z71. It's got it's got the extended cab, the crew cab, 4-door. And it's what size engine? V8. That's what it was. Unlike what I'm drinking, I'm not drinking V8. But it's a nice truck. Got a little bit of rust on it, but it's a nice truck. It runs good. Yeah, Michigan rust, and it needs a new brake line, right?
Yeah, brake line.
Needs a new brake line. And I got myself an Apple iPhone. Now, if you really don't know me all that well, which I'm assuming by now most of you do, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world, and I'm not really familiarized with all this new technology, although I do use an XLR mic. Kind of looks like a radio station at my desk. But I did get it was a free iPhone. I go through Cricket Wireless, and they had a promotion going where if you switch to their service, their carrier, you get a free Apple iPhone, and then you just pay, however much you got to pay. I paid like $100 and some just to have everything transferred. I had to pay the tax and all that stuff. But I'm still getting the hang of my new iPhone. So if you've been trying to call me or text me or whatever it is you're trying to do to get in contact, please bear with me. I'm still learning the ropes on this new iPhone. Yeah, and it's the same number. I did not get my number changed. I wanted to keep my number. And I'm still learning the ropes. So please be patient with me. Bear with me as I navigate through that. Yeah, and he's talking about Siri. I have Siri on my new iPhone. She tells jokes. She tells you the weather. If you have an iPhone, you know all about Siri. I don't need to talk about that much, but I like it. I mean, I'm at first I kind of had remorse or regret, like, oh, I just made a big fucking mistake. But as it turns out, I didn't, because I'm learning the ropes with the new iPhone, and I'm doing the best I can, and trying to stay in contact with everybody with the new way of communication. But so far so good. And I'm gonna kill the TV here. 1 second. There we go. Now I don't have that f***ing at the side of my face because it's a distraction. I really got to get some WD-40 for this chair. Dad went out to do the dishes. My week, past couple weeks, it was kind of rough. And, I'm just dealing with the same idiot assholes who like to start shit and cause problems, but I deal with them accordingly. And, I've been uploading daily rant recordings, which is unusual because I really don't upload as many daily rant recordings. And so, I've been doing that, uploading a few daily rant recordings. I've been, just staying busy. I've been staying healthy. Yeah, things kind of get me down from time to time, but I pick myself up, dust myself off, and say, fuck it. Tomorrow's a new day. That's my attitude. And if you are watching live on YouTube, whether it be from a computer, your cell phone, whatever device you're using, hello from Michigan. I'm actually hoping that my plans go through because I have plans to meet up with a friend and her son. This person I've already met. I went to Detroit. I think it was last month. I went to Detroit to meet her, and she works at a restaurant. And first time we ever met, I had fettuccine Alfredo with broccoli and chicken. So it was chicken. I guess you call it chicken Alfredo. Duh. But big hunks of broccoli, and it was really good. It was really good. But I think this week I'll be planning a trip down to the Detroit area to hang out with her and to get to meet her son because I haven't met her son yet. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And what else has been happening in my life? Well, I had to go to Owasso last night because I had to get a card reader for my micro SD card and my GoPro camera. For some reason, my computer, it recognizes the device, but I couldn't get to my files. I couldn't access my files from the micro SD card when it's inside the GoPro camera here. So what I had to do is I had to go out and buy a card reader. It cost me about $10. And now I'm able to upload the videos from my SD card. I can still record with the GoPro camera with the card in it. I just have to upload the video bits with the card reader. So I won't be able to use the cord that came with the GoPro camera. And, because I used to plug it directly into the USB port. That doesn't work anymore. So I had to go out and buy a card reader, and everything is working. Everything is back to where it's supposed to be. So I had to do that last night. I had to go and buy a card reader. Wow, so much has been going on. I'm still in book 130 in my journal. I've been in it for a month already. I'm still writing and still doing as much as I can with that. I have been responding to emails and text messages and even phone calls on occasion. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I've been writing to the survivors and the warriors. And so I'm just, at every which angle, I've just been staying busy, and I'm just, trying to keep my mind focused on people who like to keep in touch with me, and I keep in touch with them. And I, reach out every so often and say, hey, how's it going? How's the family doing? How's the weather? How's, your child's health? Just the basic things. But everything here, for the most part, is pretty good. It's going pretty well. So if you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you. My name is Jared Fuller. My nickname is Jer Bear. Everybody calls me Jer Bear. I'm here every Sunday. Well, mostly every Sunday. I wasn't here last week because it was my mom's birthday. But typically, generally speaking, I'm here every Sunday from 3 p.m. until 4 p.m. Eastern. So roughly about an hour, maybe a little bit over the hour, give or take. And I just talk about random things. I talk about the week in review. I talk about content I've uploaded. Lately, it's been daily rant recordings because I've just been not giving a fuck. And I've just been going off on verbal tirades and just telling people what I think. And I really don't care. But other than that, I am doing pretty good. The leaves are changing color here in Michigan, and it's looking beautiful outside with all the different colored leaves, and the leaves are falling everywhere, and it's really feeling like autumn outside. I am getting ready for I almost said Thanksgiving. Holy shit. Not that far ahead yet, Jared. Let's slow down. I'm excited for Halloween. Halloween is like one of my favorite holidays. It's always been. It's just the feel in the air, the crisp autumn air and, Halloween, candy and costumes and, decorations. I love Halloween. And it's not just because, people say to me, well, you're an atheist, so you would like Halloween. Well, I like Christmas to a point, but I'm not crazy about Christmas like everybody else is. Like, I don't get into the whole spiritual side of Christmas. Oh, Jesus this, God that. I don't do any of that stuff. I like Christmas. I like it because it's snow, if we get snow, depending on, the weather patterns, but I like Christmas because of the snow. And some of the decorations are okay. I don't like overkill. I don't like every inch of someone's property covered in some kind of you know, Christmas lights or nativity scenes, or the reindeer with the motors on them where their heads move up and down, that kind of shit. But on second thought, it's not my bill. I'm not paying it, and what people decide to do with their stuff is their business. Just doesn't, it doesn't mean I have to like it, but other people will. Mainly children. I think the kids love the decorations and things like that. I like Christmas. There's some good Christmas music that I like, not the churchy stuff, not so much. There's just, bits and pieces of Christmas that I enjoy. And it used to be family getting together for the holidays, and that's there's nothing you're going to do. That's not going to last forever. So that I had to get over, because people are not going to live forever. We're not going to be around forever. So that I've had to get over. But I like Halloween basically because it's spooky and there's some really cool costumes and you get lots of candy. And I enjoy Halloween because it's a more laid back holiday, and it's like, no, you can be scary, but you can have fun, and that's what I like about Halloween. It's just more of a laid back holiday for me. Trying to think what else has been going on. It's been a busy couple weeks. Um, yeah, Dad got a new truck. I got a new iPhone. Um, hmm, a little bit of everything, few and far between, going on around here. The important thing is that I'm keeping my head above water. I'm, doing what I got to do to stay active and stay healthy and stay busy. And, I'm keeping an eye on things, and, that's just what we got to do. It's what we all have to do. We were watching, Carrie, the original Carrie from 1976 with, Sissy Spacek and, John Travolta. And I can't remember the other person's name. There's a lot of well-known actors in Carrie. It's a good movie, and I love the original versions of movies. I really don't care for the remakes or the reboots. So we watched that. We watched Christine, the movie about the 58 Plymouth Fury that was possessed and was killing people. That was back in the 80s. Very good movies coming out of the 70s and 80s. I enjoy movies from the 70s and 80s, scary movies like Cujo and Christine and, Carrie. There just lots of good movies, lots of original ideas. And I think they just played The Shining today, or at least they've been playing it for a while. And after Carrie was done, they put The Shining on with Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall and, I'm lots of brilliant actors. I just can't think off the top of my head right now. I just know of Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall. But they don't make them like that anymore. There's no originality with today's films. And sorry kids, you think that this stuff that you're watching, the updated, rebooted versions of older movies, you think that you're getting a good deal because, it's so original. Sorry. Footloose was back in the 80s. Punky Brewster was back in the 80s. The Wonder Years, they just come out with a new version of the Wonder Years where Don Cheadle is narrating it. Sorry, kids. The original Wonder Years was with Fred Savage and Danica McKellar. And yeah. So, and Allie Mills, I think her name is the mom, Allie Mills. So there was an original Wonder Years, and the Wonder Years that I remember is Kevin Arnold and Winnie Cooper and Paul Pfeiffer and Kevin Arnold's brother named Wayne. I don't remember the parents' names though. Uh-oh. Hey, Dad, do you remember the parents' names on the original Wonder Years? He didn't hear me. Do you remember the parents' names on the original Wonder Years? I don't either. I'll have to look it up. I don't remember either. I should remember because I grew up watching the Wonder Years, the original run of the Wonder Years. Let's see. The Wonder Years, I think it was in 1988. It's 1988. I was a couple years old. So we had Fred Savage, Kevin Arnold, Danica McKellar, Winnie Cooper, Josh Saviano, Paul Pfeiffer. Dan Lauria was Jack. Jason Hervey was Wayne. Allie Mills was Norma. Norma, that was her name. Her name was Norma. Jack and Norma Arnold, yeah. And Olivia was Karen. Olivia Diabo, I think is how you pronounce her name, was Karen Arnold. Believe it or not, David Schwimmer was on the Wonder Years back in the day. He was Michael. Giovanni Ribisi was Jeff Billings. Daniel Stern, of course, was a narrator. And this is what I find to be really interesting about that version of the Wonder Years. Daniel Stern was the original. He was the narrator of the Wonder Years. He played an older version of Kevin Arnold, the adult version of Kevin Arnold. When Daniel Stern was one of the bad guys in Home Alone, who was a kid whose house that Marv was robbing? What was the kid's name? Right, Kevin McAllister. And a lot of people, they don't stop and think, no shit, that is pretty cool. Yeah, it's funny how things end up like that. So now I'm wondering if Kevin Arnold actually lived in Chicago. Hey, Dad, I think Scruff wants in. I hear him barking out there, but that's just something that you probably don't think about. When I thought about it, it's like that's amazing. I got to tell people this. That's just an amazing piece of, like something you overlook, which is really funny. I heard him barking out there. But yeah, enough TV trivia. They're coming back with all these different reboots and remakes and updated versions of older television programs, and it's like, sleeping dog lie. Just leave it alone. If it's not broken, why fix it? Just leave it alone. But Hollywood has definitely run out of ideas. And it just makes for, it's like you can almost predict what's going to happen because you're familiar with the characters from years ago when we first knew who they were. That would be like having a reboot of Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder. I don't know. That would be kind of be kind of out there, meaning that most young people have never heard of Silver Spoons. I wouldn't remember it as it was because I was a baby when it went off the air, but Silver Spoons was a TV show back in the 80s, and it starred Ricky Schroeder. And it was a good sitcom. I've seen reruns of it. But yeah, they're kind of like Benson and Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, I'm kind of dating myself here. But anyway, that's my take on remixes, reboots of older television programs. It just doesn't work. Out. You don't get the original. I don't know. You don't get the original feeling from the newer stuff as you did back when it was new and fresh and it was exclusive, and it's like, wow, this looks like a really good program. Kind of like Ryan's Hope or Picket Fences or Knots Landing, Lonesome Dove, it's all exclusive. Like, this is new. Yeah. I just don't get that same excitement anymore. My mom, when I was up at my mom's last Sunday, she loves Chrisley Knows Best. She loves the Chrisley. She watches Chrisleys all the time. And it's like, why do these people feel so important that they think they have to have their own TV show? What is it with all these reality TV show stars? Like, maybe that is the new day and age of modern television. I don't know, but I'm not impressed. I mean, these people think they're so fucking important that they got to have their own show. But then again, I have the Sunday Video Update, which is not necessarily reality TV. It's just a YouTube channel where I come on and talk about my week in review for those of you interested in wanting to know. But yeah, I'm no Wesley. I know that. I wouldn't want to be. Those people are, yeah, out there. Like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Why would you want to? You get paid lots of money for smiling. Smile for the camera. Shit, I don't get paid nearly enough for doing that. For doing the Sunday videos. No, I don't get paid at all. I'm not making any money from this channel, but I just love coming onto this channel and talking about my week in review and uploading random content, which is always it's my cup of tea. I enjoy it very much. And it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but coming here and watching is a choice. I'm not forcing you to. You can leave at any time. You can unsubscribe at any time. It doesn't really matter to me. But, rest assured, I will be here doing something on this channel one way or the other. I got a lot of unlisted and private videos that I like to watch on occasion. And it's like, yeah, I remember that. I remember I wrote that poem. Oh, I remember meeting up with that person. And, we had a little video made, and I remember the video greetings that that these people sent me. And it's really nice. You'll never see those because they're unlisted. But in any event, I've been doing okay. I've been doing pretty good, all things considered. Like I said, it's been kind of rough lately with the trolls again. Just it's the same guy running their fucking mouth like always. And I called them out in the daily rants and the series of daily rants that I've released as of late. I've really went hog wild on daily rants. I almost said hog wire, which would be haywire and hog wild. So haywire, hog wire. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, I've been going crazy with daily rant recordings. I don't enjoy calling people out. I really don't, because I wish people would be better than what they are. I wish people would just, if you're going to come at me with shit, prepare to get it back at you. And that's what the daily rants are for. Or I could just come here on a Sunday video update like I have in years past and just kind of go off on a tangent and just tell people what I think. Either way, you're going to know how I think and feel about some things. But for the most part, I just want to be good to everybody. I want to treat people the way that I would like to be treated. And the only reason I lash out in the daily rant recordings, and yes, sometimes on Sunday video updates, is because of the fact that when I was nice to those people, I never got it in return. They could never reciprocate it. So it's like, fuck you. This is your fuck you moment. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel anymore. And if you're going to be stupid and believe things without proof or without good reason, then I'm not at all interested in having a conversation with you. If in fact you don't want to have the conversation with me, I know what you believe. The question is, why do you believe it? So, and of course, I still have yet to hear from Miss Hicks, Julian Hicks' mother. She will not email me. I don't know why. I'm not a hard person to find, My email address is in the About tab section of this YouTube channel. I've been waiting to hear from someone. But nope, not at all. Nothing. So, because it's not too big of a deal. Probably because they know there's some truth in there. There's pedophiles on Twitter, left, right, and center, and they like to pose as underage kids and claim that they're gay, and which I have nothing against gay people. There's no homophobic attack against the LGBTQ plus community. It's just an attack on pedophiles who attach themselves to that community, which I'm not okay with. They follow porn while following children. Y'all need to wake up to that. And that's what I've been trying to tell you now for years. I'm done trying to explain it to you. You're just going to have to find out the fucking hard way. And don't say I didn't warn you. But in any event, I'm just living my life, dude. Health-wise, I've been doing pretty good. I think about things a lot. Like, I get kind of depressed about things. Like, semi-depressed, but it's like, it could always be much worse. It could always be a lot worse. I could lose my house. I could lose my car. I could lose everything I've ever owned, like in a fire or whatever the case may be. I'm just knocking on wood that didn't happen. I don't live in a palace. I don't live in a mansion, but God damn it, everything I have is mine. I enjoy the things I have because what I have, someone else might not have. It's like these people who they notice my setup here when they come over. They notice my setup with the fancy microphone and the boom arm and the XLR cable and all the sound setup and everything. I actually got all this with my when I got that $600 stimulus. I just upgraded my sound system for my computer and wanted to give the Sunday video updates and all my other pre-recorded videos. I wanted to give the sound a more authentic, sound, knowing that I'm speaking into a mic that you would probably see in a radio station. But it just, I don't know, it sounds better, I think. And I still have my USB condenser mic, my Blue Yeti microphone, which I'll probably use that on another computer, I'm sure, eventually. But I like my setup, and I couldn't have gone wrong. I mean, I had to drill the boom arm. I had to drill a hole into the desktop here and had to mount that so that way I could, adjust the boom arm. Just like that. So it goes forward, goes backwards, goes up, goes down. It even comes out. If I want to lean back, it comes all the way out like this. I can lean back and still talk into the mic and you can still hear me. But I don't like sitting back like this. I don't like leaning back because eventually I have to move back up and I don't want to get my goatee caught in the and the shock mount. That wouldn't feel too good. But yeah, I had this, I got that stimulus and I upgraded my sound system. But, as is the case with everything else, I don't get it all eventually. Or actually, I do get it eventually. I don't get it all right away. I'm not rich. I just do the best I can with what I have. And for me, this is pretty, innovative, this technology. And I have another condenser mic. I got 2 condenser mics. So I'm going to move my drink out of the way and kind of show you guys if I can get it into the, there we go. See, here's the other mic. It's not on right now. But it's there as a backup if I need it. And I got these nice speakers. They call them monitors, but nice speakers. And I got the hookups for, the condenser mics. I got the XLR cables. I got my audio interface. And every time I talk, it illuminates like a green glow around the twisty knob where I can adjust the volume and the strength and all that stuff. I really and truly enjoy my sound setup. and I think I made a pretty good deal. And like I said, I'm still gonna use my USB condenser mic. Should something happen to this setup, I can still go back to my previous mic, and it'll probably sound just as good, I would imagine. Um, but everything comes with a little bit of money. Got to save up a little bit, or in my case, when we got the stimulus checks, I helped stimulate the economy by improving the sound system on my computer here. And the webcam that you're looking into, or that I'm looking into rather, this webcam, I gave $50 for it because it's an HD webcam, and I bought that at Best Buy. So I got some money tied up into the equipment I'm using, but I don't know, it seems to be serving a purpose, and I think it turned out pretty good. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I seem to enjoy it. I like it. So I've been rambling on about technology, and there's a lot of people who ask questions about, you know, how do you hook it all up and this, that, and the other. I might even put together a video just to show everybody how everything is set up. But you would see my messy workspace where I figure out my bills, and sometimes I write in my journal at my desk in front of my computer. You'll see my very messy workspace, but that's okay. That's fine. But anyway, for the most part, everything here is pretty good. Dad, he went out to do dishes. I got to get my hair cut. I got to shave this off again. I like having short hair, and it's easier to manage. I was looking back through some of my old YouTube videos from years past, and I let my hair grow very long. And it's like, holy shit, man, I had long hair back then. Like, why did I let my hair grow so long? But I think what it was is because I thought I was being cool, and I thought I'd give it a try, sport the long hair look, and just to show people, and I think the main reason why I let my hair grow long, and there's a lot of misconception about this. My mom says, well, it's because you like the Beatles. Well, I do like the Beatles, but that's not why I let my hair grow long. The real reason I let my hair grow long is because of the fact that when I was raising awareness to childhood cancer, it was my way of showing the other kids that hair does grow back. You can feel a little, whatever it is you're feeling about not having hair, which is totally fine. You feel whatever you want to feel. But that was just my way of saying, hair grows back. You're going to be okay. That was my way of that was my message, or it was my way of showing the kids that, what, hair's hair, it grows back. But I like keeping my hair short now just because it's easier to manage. And Dad has returned. Back of the chair in the kitchen. How about hanging over the shower rack, or the? I don't know. But yeah, that's why I let my hair grow long. But I'm keeping my hair short now because I prefer short hair. So I do feel a draft coming through, and he's got the window open over there. Didn't even know that. Let's see. How long have I been here? Over a half hour already. That first half hour goes by quickly. So you're going up to the station to get cigarettes, to get smoky smokes. Oh, the baking dishes. We had creamy chicken and biscuits the other night for supper, and yeah, we had banquet chicken. What was it? The night before last. Yeah, banquet chicken and mixed vegetables, hash brown patties. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I've been hearing this a lot from lots of people from around Chesaning, that they're putting in a Taco Bell at the corner of M52 and M57, right across the road from the back 40, which is where I was the other night, and kind of got a little tipsy, 3 sheets to the wind, a little bit too much. but it was good. I needed to unwind for a little bit, but yeah, I heard they were putting in a new Taco Bell across the road from Back 40. I hope so, because I don't want to have to drive clear to Owasso, and I'll never go back to that Taco Bell in Owasso. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm never going back to that Taco Bell in Owasso ever fucking again because of the way I was treated. They have piss poor management. The employees were absolute shit. Telling me that I have to scoop out my food I have to claw it out with my bare hands, my fingers. Fuck off. I walked right up to the drive-through window and I told them, I want a fork. I don't want to scoop this shit out. Well, we don't feel safe with you being in our drive-through. Well, I don't feel safe with you telling me what I can and can't do. I understand that being in the drive-through, walking up to it is a liability because if I was to get hurt, they would be liable. So I understand that. But if you tell me you put a fucking fork in my bag of food, don't put a butter knife in it and say, oh, well, she thought she put a fork in it. You can't tell the difference between a knife and a fork. Are you fucking kidding me? I bet your Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners are very interesting. If you can't distinguish between a knife and a fork, something wrong with you. But I'm never going back to that Taco Bell ever again. And I'll be happy when they put in the new Taco Bell here in Chesaning. Now where Burger King is, I keep hearing a convenience store. They're going to put in another convenience store, or what everybody else is suggesting, and I would have to agree, put in a KFC and a Taco, or not a Taco Bell, a KFC and an A&W root beer. Now, years ago, for all my local friends, where the Little Caesars is now the Little Caesars Pizza, that was an A&W years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was really good. They need to put an A&W back in Chesaning, an A&W and a KFC, just combine the two together. And imagine how much the business is going to be rolling in Chesaning. We need variety around here for restaurants. And something else too is we've only got one grocery store, which is Frank's. We don't have IGA. We haven't had IGA in almost 20 years. We really need more variety. We need to get Chesaning back on its feet. Where Indians Cafe used to be, now that's known as Don Felipe, which is a Mexican restaurant. And I haven't been in there yet. I would like to try it out one day. Maybe sometime this week I'll give it a try if I got the extra money. But I hear Don Felipe's is pretty good. The service is good. The food is good. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl and, find out for myself how the food is and the service. And, we'll see. I'll give it I don't want to put it down without actually knowing if it's good or bad. I don't want to give a bad name to a local business just trying to make ends meet, and they have a dream and they want to, pursue whatever dream they have. I don't want to crush their dreams. I don't want to say anything bad about a business in which I've never visited. So, I'll go into Don Felipe's this week and I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl. And who knows, I might even put out a video telling everyone that, hey, Don Felipe's is good or Don Felipe's is ugh. We'll find out, we'll find out how things go, and I'll put a video out. So, but anyway, yeah, Chesaning, we need to get business back in town because it was in the local paper. What was it, Friday or Saturday? I'm trying to remember. It was the most recent newspaper, the Tri-County Citizen, that we get. Because we get Tri-County and we used to get Independent, which is Owasso, but I don't even think we get the Independent anymore. I think we have to pay for that now. I think that's a subscription. But Tri-County Citizen is free. And there was a front page article about how the residents of the village of Chesaning are getting sick and damn tired of the smell of marijuana because we have like 3 or 4 dispensaries in Chesaning. Where Ben Franklin's used to be years ago, that's a dispensary. We've got the Relief Center. We've got where Tuscarora Plastics used to be, that's a growery. And there's another growery out on Line Street, like you're going out of Chesaning, like you're going towards St. Charles. And then there's another Yeah, where Farmer Pete's was. Okay, yeah, where Farmer Pete's was on Line Street, and I think there's one more. I think there's one more out by the waterworks on Corunna Road. So there's like 5 different places in Chesaning. And it may very well be the case where, and which I have no doubt, that the marijuana groweries, the dispensaries, that is the main source of revenue right now in Chesaning because there's good money to be had in pot. And what a coincidence that they're going to be opening all these restaurants and all these places around town, knowing that we've got like 5 different sources of medical marijuana. We've got the dispensaries and the groceries. So no wonder people want their munchies. More pot means more munchies. Munchies means more food. People are going to pile up on tacos and who knows what else. So yeah, I kind of see where they're playing on that angle. They're preying on people's weaknesses for a buck. But yeah, I don't think they're going to care much. I don't smoke weed, but I see where the angle they have doing that. But a lot of the village the village people, the townspeople, where the fuck am I today? The townspeople are complaining and throwing a fit because of the smell from the marijuana. Um, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I live in the country. I don't deal with that. She smokes medical marijuana. That's as much of a smell as I have to deal with. She smokes it for medicinal reasons, and I used to smoke it for non-medicinal reasons. I used to smoke weed just to fit in and to just get the high. Um, I stopped doing that, and I noticed when I stopped smoking weed, I lost a lot of my friends. Friends, uh, whatever. I stopped smoking pot. I think it's not so much of the fact that I had a bad reaction to it, but I think it's because whatever it is I'm feeling, whatever it is I'm going through, whether it be depression, happiness, I don't want for those feelings to be fake. I don't want those feelings to be, you know, I want my feelings to be organic. I want to be able to feel real feelings as I should feel them as things happen or as the time comes. I want to be able to feel that. I want to process it. I want to be able to work through those emotions so I can learn better tactics of dealing with depression, and I can feel the unlimited feeling of happiness. I don't want for weed or any other medicine, drug, whatever you want to call it. I don't want for any of that to um, impact my way of thinking. I don't want some chemically induced happiness or a chemically induced relaxation or a chemically induced sadness. I just want to feel what I feel as a human being should, the emotions. Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed when I was a teenager in my early 20s. I used to smoke all the time. I drink on occasion, and as I mentioned, I did get buzzed the other night, but I don't drink every day. One mile doesn't hurt, but I don't drink every day. I don't need beer and alcohol to change my brain state. I don't want my brain state to be altered with, you know, inhibiting myself with drink and weed and even a prescription medication. I just don't like prescription. I've had to take enough medicine in my life. Um, yeah, I know I'm not Superman where I don't feel I need to take medicine. I still need to take medicine to feel better, especially if I have sinus issues because I am a person who suffers from seasonal allergies, so I have to take something to, feel better. But I don't like to take depression medicine. I don't like to smoke weed. I don't like to take anything that's going to alter my brain state. And while beer does that, when you get a little buzz going, you just, you don't think about anything else. You're just loopy. I don't do it every day. I don't do it every day, and most of the time, I after I drink and then I come home and I pass out, or I'll be home and I'll pass out. I wake up with one fuck of a hangover, and I got to tell you, I don't like hangovers. They don't feel good. They don't feel good. But that is, that's the trade-off. I don't drink every day. I don't drink a lot. And everybody's trying to pressure me into smoking weed, and they're trying to, oh, well, Jared over here, Mr. Self-Righteous, he doesn't smoke weed. I'm not self-righteous. I just made a conscious decision for myself to stop, because life is not so terrible to where I need something to constantly shield me from the potential pain and agony of what could come or what I'm feeling. Just be a human in the fucking moment and just experience it. That's all I'm saying. I understand, and I'm not putting down mental health, because there's people who are clinically depressed, or they're just straight up depressed, and they deal with anxiety and stress and things like that. I understand all that. I've been there and done that myself. But there comes a point where, you know what? I am stressed today. I am sad today. I'm depressed. I feel anxiety. I need to feel this because I need to know how to better manage it. I'm not going to learn how to manage my depression or mental issues if I have something that's altering my brain state chemically. And by the time I don't have these inhibitants and I tend to go downhill mentally or emotionally or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to know how to fight it off. I'm not going to know how to deal with it because I don't have my fix. I don't know. I think I made my point pretty clear. I don't think I'm better or superior than anyone just because I don't smoke pot. I'm not better than anybody, and I don't feel inferior to those who do. But it's just one of those things where you have to make a decision. You have to find out what's best for you and what works for you. I don't recommend doing drugs or, being an alcoholic. I would never encourage that. But I know there are people out there who do. They have issues. They're drug addicts or they're alcoholics or maybe both. And, it's a shame when you get hooked on certain things. It's hard to break free from that. And I know lots of people who've gone downhill and eventually ended up dying as a result of especially drugs. Drug overdoses are just terrible. A few people I went to school with, drug overdose, and or someone had given them a lethal injection of something and they ended up dying as a result. I mean, when you get stuck in that, it's just terrible. And I've had to watch a lot of my classmates, like I said, they go downhill from the drugs. You want to drink every once in a while. That's not so bad. You can drink every once in a while. It's just beer or maybe a shot of whiskey or whatever. But my friends, they had a severe drug problem. A lot of my friends have, and I'm not talking marijuana. I'm talking shooting up, doing heroin, cocaine and all that stuff, crack. And eventually it got the better of them. And I feel bad. I feel bad because once you start, it's hard to stop. You can't get out of it. And some of them are doing heroin, and I've heard a lot about H. H is one of those drugs that once you start it, it's hard to stop. There's a lot of people I know who are recovering drug addicts, and they got mixed up in some stupid shit, and they realize that now, and they're cleaning up their act. And if you're one of those people who, if you had a drug problem, or if you're a recovering alcoholic and you found sobriety, more fucking power to you. And I support you all the way. And I want to see you thrive. I want to see you make a complete life transformation to get away from that garbage and live your life and be happy knowing that you had a problem and you solved it. You overcame that problem. And I'm fucking proud of you. If you are a recovering drug addict or an alcoholic, keep on keeping on. You have my support. And I'm always going to support you. So there's my little message for the day. Let's see here. Well, that hour goes by quick, man. We only got like 10 minutes left of the show. So this week I usually always say I don't know what my plans are for this week. but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going to Detroit sometime this week. And I'll meet up with my friend again, and I'm gonna get to meet her son. I'm really excited about that, because I hear he's really good with people, and it might take him a minute to warm up to you, get used to you, but other than that, she told me that once he gets used to you, he's gonna love you, and it's like, okay, well, I'm pretty good with kids, I'll give him a chance. He doesn't know me, I'm new. You got to give him a chance. I might even go buy him some Hot Wheels cars or something. I don't know. Speaking of cute, Dad and I, we were at Express Stop, the gas station up here on M52 yesterday, and I was sitting in the car, and this a little toddler, he wasn't even 2 years old yet. He comes walking out. He's got a Harley Davidson vest that was special made, and he had his name patched, a little patch on the front. His name was RJ, and he's holding mommy's finger, and she's, come on, baby. And I said, well, hello there, little biker. And the mom started laughing, and Dad and I, bye, buddy. We were waving, and he put up his little patty, and he's doing this. And it's like, that is the cutest thing ever. It's like, ride hard, buddy. Right on. You're a Harley Davidson. You're a little biker dude. Ride hard, man. And his mom and dad, they thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. But it was the cutest thing. I have a soft spot for kids. I have lots of little cousins, like you wouldn't believe. I have cousins as far as the eye can see. So I've grown up around kids most of my life, so I know how to, you know, I know how to handle kids, like unruly kids or just kids in general. However they behave, I know how to handle them in the situations. If they say hi back or whatever. But there's a lot of people out there, they just have no tolerance or patience for children. They just don't like kids. Um, I don't know. I've grown up around kids my whole life, so I'm pretty used to kids. I know how to handle kids. I know how to talk to children. I know how to act around kids. So I think if I meet up with this friend of mine this week and I get to meet her son, I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I think it'll be all right. And not only that, but I was thinking about going down to Battle Creek. I was going to take a trip back down to the Kellogg cereal company and just kind of get some video footage and, check it out. And, because I know there's a place to park and I can just get out, walk around with my camera. I don't know if I'm going to take this. I don't know if I'm going to take the GoPro or if I'm just going to use my cell phone. I've been having issues with my iPhone camera for some reason. When I try to record video, it'll say that the files are corrupted. I don't know what's up with that. I'm sure it's nothing serious, but maybe it's just something I'm overlooking and not thinking about at the moment because I'm still learning the ropes. But I still have my Android phone, which I can still use the camera on that, although I'm not using that phone for texting or anything like that anymore. I can still use the camera. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably just use my Android camera and get some footage of the signage of the Kellogg's factory. And I heard that they were on strike. A lot of the workers at Kellogg's were on strike. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. So I'll be in Southeast Michigan and Southwest Michigan sometime this week. So, and like I said, if I take video, you will see the content here. I'll be sure to upload it to my YouTube channel so that way you guys can check it out. And so that way you can also know that Michigan is known for, Kellogg cereal, among other things. The list goes on and on what Michigan's known for. Kellogg cereal, Ford Motors, Gerber baby food originated here in Michigan. Carhartt brand, like coveralls and stuff, that's in Dearborn. Whirlpool washers and dryers are down in Benton Harbor. Faygo Cola, Verner's ginger ale, Jiffy Mix, Dow Chemical, Dow DuPont, they call that now. Kogel's hot dogs, Frankfurters. Let's see, Spatz bread is in Saginaw. Yeah. There's just so many different. Michigan's known for a lot of things. Meijer. I know there's a couple of Meijer department stores in Ohio. I know that much. But it's originating in Grand Rapids, Meijers. The Meijers department store. The main one is in Grand Rapids. Even check that out one day. Just take a drive out to Grand Rapids and see if I can't find the main Meijers headquarters, which I think would be pretty cool. Be pretty nifty. Michigan's known for a lot of things. But anyway, so I know of a couple of plans that I might have this week. We are 5 minutes until the end of the show. Oh, didn't mean to bump the mic with my glasses. And before I go, the last 5 minutes left in the video, I just want to remind all of you, because I know you've been hearing a lot of Daily Rant recordings and I've been spouting off and just letting people have it. And I want you to remember this for the rest of this week and for the days and weeks, months, maybe even years to come. I have always had everyone's best interests at heart. I have no ill will or nefarious intentions. I never have, and I never will. But until such time as I'm being treated as if I've done something wrong, I hold people's feet to the fire and I say, show me what I've done wrong. I'm not pretending as though I don't know what I did. If I knew something that I've done wrong, I would acknowledge that. I would say, you know what, you were right. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But what you're hearing in my Daily Rant recordings, I know it's not nice for me to say a lot of things about a lot of people, but I'm giving these people exactly what the fuck they deserve. This is backlash. This is me, or it's not backlash, it's payback. This is me giving payback in which I could potentially get backlash. Okay, but I'm not going to sit and put up with bullshit from people, especially when I'm being accused of doing something I never did or saying something I never said. And that's basically what I get at in the Daily Rant recordings. You want to think that I'm this horrible person, and if you're just going to believe everything for no good reason, I'm going to call you the fuck out on it because it's stupid. You don't believe things without any good reason to believe it because a bunch of people told you. Is that all you've got? Well, a bunch of people can be wrong, and as history has shown repeatedly, they are wrong. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've had my friends come up to me. You know, they'll text me or email me or whatever the case may be. I might even see them in public somewhere. And they say to me, you know, of all the people who come to me and tell me that you've said or done something wrong, they cannot prove it. There's no way for them to demonstrate that you've done or said any of the things that they're accusing you of saying and doing. Okay, so then why would anybody believe it if they don't have the proof? Proof is everything. You have to have evidence. Now, you could easily say, well, I have evidence that Jared called someone a cocksucker in a Daily Rant. Okay, I probably did. And I'll admit to that. I've said a lot of things that were kind of, not so nice. But I can't deny it because now it's on public record. And I'll say, yeah, I acknowledge that. And I'm telling you why I'm saying these things. It's not like I'm obfuscating the truth. I'm not running from anything. This is me saying I know what I said and I acknowledge what I said. But when you accuse me of saying and doing things that I never said or done, like the daily, because that's what they go by now, Daily Rants. It's not so much the fact that Jared was saying inappropriate things to my daughter was the rumor going around. And we have yet to know who that was or the person that I allegedly spoken with because, again, no evidence. Claims are not evidence. Claims are claims. You need the evidence to substantiate the claim to make it true. If the claim is lacking the evidence, then why would you still believe a claim? You jettison the claim and you say, I don't believe you until you can show sufficient evidence that would demonstrate that what you're saying is true, that it has any truth to it. Does it bear when it comes to truth? Because you're claiming something without the evidence. Where's the evidence? There is none. So that's where my frustration comes in because you have people who will just go and believe everything they are told. what they do is now is they couple the daily rants, because I say fuck a lot. They couple that with the claim being made. Well, I would believe that Jared would say something dirty or disgusting, dirty. Although the word fuck is anything but dirty or disgusting, depending on the context in which the word is used. I say the word fuck as an exclamation point. And depending on the context of how I use the word, I might say, oh, you having phone sex? You fucking over the phone? That's different. But in any event, I am a down to earth person. I'm someone who would rather love everybody than to sound like some jerk going off on a verbal tirade because some asshole just doesn't know when to stop. These people have to be called out. They have to be called out. And I'm not going to quit until they stop. So you get what you give. And that is the message for this week. You get what you give. So I'm going to leave you on that note. We have surpassed the 1 hour mark. I thank you so much for sticking around, actually. And I will be here next week, which is on the 17th, October 17th. Amy finally came out of her cocoon after the whole fucking hour. But that's okay. That's okay. I know she can hear everything I'm saying. She doesn't always have everything, to say or whatever. That's fine. She doesn't have to have something to say every week, but it's still nice to have her along for the ride. I'm going to go live my life. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to do what I want. Whether anybody likes it or not, I'm going to do me. And I'm not going to, sit around wondering why I'm being treated like shit every day when I'm just trying to live my life. And I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not breaking any laws. Just leave me the fuck alone. You get what you give. So, Amy, was there anything you wanted to say?
No, just peace out. Be safe.
That's it. Peace out. Be safe.
Yeah, have a good week.
Have a good week. Dad was here. I don't know what Dad would say. I don't know.
I know he's talking about going out to the racetrack for that.
Oh, he's going out to the racetrack, Owasso Speedway.
It, yeah.
Oh,
He in October or something.
Oh, yeah, he went up to get smokes. I'll be here next week on the 17th. Dad would probably say take care and be safe and be healthy and help each other and that kind of stuff. What I'm going to say is much love to all of you. Have a wonderful week. I'm going to be busy. I got plans. And just be nice to each other, man. Just be good to each other. That's all you got to do. Just be good to each other. It's not hard to do. And I wouldn't have to do the daily rants if people would actually learn how to grow up and be nice and not be so childish and petty and stupid when it comes to things that it shouldn't even be an issue. But anyway, guys, I'm out. I'm going to see you next week. I got to shut up before I go over any more than I want to. So much love. Peace out, guys. And we'll be here next week on October 17th. Keep it real till then. Bye.